Hi class, this is chapter 9, Equations and Inequalities. This is lesson 9.4, Solving Equations Containing Grouping Symbols. So now we're dealing with equations that may have parentheses or brackets, and here's a few rules that we need to follow. So if your equation has a grouping symbol, such as a bracket or parentheses, you need to use the distributive property to get rid of them first before doing anything else in your equation. Then you're going to combine like terms on each side of the equation. If the variable appears on both sides of the equation, remove the term containing the variable from one side by using the inverse operation, such as if there's addition, the inverse would be subtraction. If there's multiplication, you're going to do division. Remove all numbers that appear on the same side as the variable. So the variable needs to get isolated to be all by itself. So first, you're going to remove those numbers that are added or subtracted by using the inverse operation. Then you're going to remove the number that is being multiplied by the variable by dividing both sides of that with that signed number. And then finally, you want to check to see that you have the correct answer by putting your answer back into the original equation. So let's solve 10x minus 2 times 3 plus 4x equals 7 minus x minus 2. Okay, so you see we have our grouping symbol parentheses here. We need to get rid of the parentheses first. So I'm going to bring my 10x down, and I have a negative 2 or a minus 2. So I need to multiply, I need to distribute this negative 2 to both terms in the parentheses. So negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Negative 2 times 4x is negative 8x. Equals, so then I have a 7 minus, in parentheses, x minus 2. Now, I'm going to bring down the 7. If I don't have a number, you see the minus sign, I don't have a number. This means that there is a negative 1. We're going to multiply everything inside of the parentheses by negative 1. Or you can say we're going to distribute negative 1 to everything inside of the parentheses. So this becomes negative x. Negative 1 times negative 2 is plus 2. So now we're going to bring like terms together. I've got 10x and an 8x here. We're going to bring those like terms together. 10x minus 8x is 2x minus 6. And then on my right side, I have my like terms would be 7 and 2. 7 plus 2 is 9 minus x. Okay, so now I need to move my variable to one side. Let's move this x. This is a minus x. Let's add the x. It will cancel on this side. I add x to this side, and this becomes 3x minus 6 equals 9. Okay, so now I have a single number here that's not attached to the variable. We're going to move that next. So plus 6, that's the inverse, plus 6. This cancels to 0. 9 plus 6 equals 15. And then I'm going to bring down this 3 times x. The inverse of this would be to divide both sides by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. I'm left with x equals 15 divided by 3 is 5. So this is my answer. Now we need to double check to see that this makes sense. So we're going to put the 5 back into the original equation and see if the equation will be equal to each other on both sides. So 10 times 5 minus 2 times 3 plus 4 times 5 and then equals 7 minus 5 minus 2. Okay, so what we're going to do what's inside the parentheses first. So 10 times 5 minus So we have 2 times 3, and then 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, equals 7 minus 5 minus 2 is 3. Okay. So then, let's begin to work. I'm going to finish what's in parentheses here. So 10 times 5 minus 2, 3 plus 20 is 23, equals 7 minus 3 is 4. Okay, so now I'm going to multiply 10 times 5 is 50, minus 2 times 23 is 46, equals 4. 50 minus 46 is 4, and this is equal to one another, so I know that my answer is x equals 5. Okay, let's do one more together. So we have 5 times 2 minus 3x minus 4 equals 5x plus, and we have brackets here, minus, in parentheses, 2x minus 10 plus 8, and then end with the brackets. So I need to distribute this 5. It's outside of the parentheses. Remember, we need to get rid of the grouping symbols first. So let's distribute this 5. That's the way we're going to get rid of the grouping symbol. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15x minus 4. Now we need to work with the grouping symbol here. So we have 5x plus, we have this negative sign again. That means we need to distribute a negative 1 to both terms. So this is negative 1 times 2x is negative 2x. Negative 1 times negative 10 is plus 10, and then plus 8, and then keep my bracket. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite all of this and continue working. I first need to get rid of my bracket. Okay, so I need to bring my like terms together within my bracket. So this is negative 2x, there's not a like term, and then 10 plus 8 is plus 18. So I've gotten rid of all of my grouping symbols. So now let's bring like terms together. 10 minus 4 is 6, and then negative 15x just comes down, equals, my like terms here is 5x and negative 2x, so 5 minus 2x is 3x plus 18. Then I want to move my variable over. So I'm going to move this negative, we can do either way, but I'm going to make this negative a positive. So I'm going to do the inverse. I'm going to add plus 15x to both sides. So now this cancels. This becomes 6 equals 18x plus 18. Okay, so now I need to work to isolate this x. I've got this number here by itself, so I'm going to subtract, and that's going to cancel and become 0. 6 minus 18 is negative 12 equals 18x. To get rid of this 18 times x, I divide both sides by 18. I'm just going to rewrite it here. So this is negative 12 divided by 18 equals x. Okay, and that's as far as I can go, but I do need to simplify. So a common factor would be 6, and 6 goes into 12. 2 times, 6 goes into 18 3 times. So x equals negative 2/3. Okay, and of course, you can plug this negative 2/3 into x on both sides of the equation, see if it equals each other, and then you know you have the right answer. Okay, have fun with this, take your time, and just Make sure you're looking at the signs and distributing correctly at the beginning to get rid of your grouping symbols. All right, have a great day.